Hey, welcome to the Physionic channel, or welcome back, guys. Today, what are we going to be talking about? We will be talking about how aging has an impact on our musculature and some of the scary aspects that come from the loss of muscle throughout our aging process. And then we're going to go over some of the kind of lighter aspects, or what we can do about those scary parts of losing muscle mass over time, what we can do about that. So we're going to go through kind of a narrative, kind of go through some editing, explain it through some visuals, and hopefully you guys will have a better understanding of some of the scary aspects as well as what we can do about those scary aspects. And I think that this is especially important for people who are of an elderly age. If you're specifically over the age of 50, not that you're necessarily elderly, but once you hit that age of 50, I think it's important for people to know this information. So if you've got a grandmother, if you've got a grandfather, if you've got aunt, uncle, father, mother that may want to see this video, may want to garner some information out of this video, then I would encourage that you share the video with them. With that said, let's go ahead and go through with a science-based video into how lifting can save your life. Let's start our narrative by explaining a bit of what happens as we age. Obviously, many things change, but specifically muscle changes. It changes in quality and in quantity. Now, I understand that this may not matter to you, but it should, because muscle isn't just there to make you look good, but serves a vital function: movement. However, something people don't consider is when muscle decreases, so does the capacity for movement. Sure, for a long while, it's centered around losing speed, losing agility, but eventually it's centered around, can I get up? Can I walk? Sarcopenia, the loss of muscle as we age, strikes as early as age 30. But at around age 50, we see a 1 to 2% decrease in muscle mass and 1.5 to 5% strength loss per year. What's even scarier is where this muscle is lost, namely type 2 muscle cells. If you'll remember, type 2 cells are also called fast twitch for their power and quick activation, perfect for standing up from a seated position. You see where I'm going here. Eventually, and I think we all know someone who deals with this issue, we have lost so much muscle and strength that we can't even rely on our legs to help us stand. At ages 20, 30, and even 40, it takes a sub-maximal activation of our muscles to stand, meaning not all of our muscles are needed to accomplish the task of standing. By age 50 or 60, it takes the activation of all of our muscles to simply stand up. And by the age of 70, 80, or even 90, it takes assistance to simply stand. However, not only is that an issue, but once you start moving, your movement speed is substantially slower. The slower a person's walking speed, the higher the mortality risk. I'd like to interject here real quick and say that walking slower is not causative. So that doesn't mean that just because you walk slower means that you have a higher risk of mortality. Some people walk slower than other people. That doesn't mean that they are at a higher risk of mortality than the people who walk faster. It's just a correlation, and it's typically seen that, well, obviously when a person loses muscle mass, then they can't walk, or they can't run, they can't move in general as quickly as they could maybe 20, 30 years ago. That's really the only point that I'm trying to make here. Okay, so now we understand that muscle isn't just an attractive look, but serves an incredibly vital function in our life: basic movement, self-sufficiency, and offers us dignity in age through independence. What can we do then? As simple as it sounds, lift. Studies have looked into this, and it is truly amazing what was found. A group of 90-year-olds were given an 8-week strength training program in which they exercised 2 to 3 times a week. Their results? A 9% increase in muscle size. They tripled their strength. And best of all, this was without controlling for nutrition. So you can imagine, if you were to eat in a surplus, eat more protein, focus on a solid vitamin profile, those results would be even more impressive. So we can fight this, but it's likely better to start early. Lift early, lift often, lift with a purpose, and you'll be one functional 90-year-old. Okay guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I think it's a really cool topic. It's definitely an interesting topic, and again, if it's something that you think that somebody else could learn something from, and it's certainly fascinating. I mean, we go into this kind of the dark narrative of everything, but then there is a light at the end of the tunnel. We can do quite a bit through exercise to correct and even reverse a lot of these issues that we go through as we go through the aging process. I think that's really cool. But anyways, yeah, if there's anybody that you think could benefit from that message, then feel free to share it. And like the video if you liked it. And please, it does mean a lot to me when I see that subscription number increase. So subscribe to the channel, and I will hopefully have the pleasure of seeing you in the next one. Have a great one. See ya.